Welcome back. This is part 2 of the playthrough of Death Stranding 2 on the beach. With that, we're just going to jump right back in. Alright, so now our goal is to deliver... Basically, we're going to go to a facility and add it to the Chiral network. I think the goal of the game is to show you where the bad spots are and then to help you avoid them. Okay, I guess that's okay. I think that takes some of the fun out of it. And later in the game, I very much might totally circumvent people, just go out and around. But early in the game, honestly, I think it gives us an opportunity to get familiar with, the fighting mechanics when it's not super hard. So we're going to go ahead and, instead of going around, we're going to go right through. We're going to do our best to see if we can handle at least one or two of the gentlemen through means of stealth. Hopefully we can come up behind them and use our strand stick and subdue them. But either way, let's go ahead and set our route. Looks like they've already preset one because I didn't do that. Let's go ahead and so wait for us to... I did not finalize it. Remove all markers. There we go. Alright. So we are here. And we need to go here. And again, the goal I think here, when you zoom in, you'll see some markers. Like right here. Things that they're trying to do. Basically guiding you to circumvent or to basically to plan for, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and go back to us. We're going to go ahead and set a person marker right where we're at. And then we'll look at another one here. Okay. It'd be nice to avoid having to walk through the river twice. Okay, so we'll just stay. We'll stay to this side. And then we'll go ahead and come back in. We're just going to go right for the baddies. And then we're going to go for the bridge. And then there are probably some stuff in the city we can pick up to recycle or to use. So we'll go ahead and just shoot for the middle. Alright, and this is the river that we have to cross, so we'll want to make sure we have a ladder for that. And it looks finished right around here. So we'll put one there, and then the other one will take a straight shot at to the facility. So with all that being done, we should be able to finalize it. Alright. Draw route. I haven't seen that before. I don't want to remove that. That's what draw. Alright. That actually is cool. Alright, yep, we're good. Let's do it. Alright. Translate. Oh, when you draw the route, in the last game, they did this by default, but now that... Okay, I was curious as to why they got rid of the line, the one that kind of gave you an idea where you needed to go. Well, apparently when you click on the draw route, it puts it on the ground, which is super cool.
Alright, let's get this done.
Alright, Sam, let's get this done. Alright, one other thing I know, whenever you tell it to, if you use the cargo management, and you tell it to organize it for you, sometimes it's going to do this. I don't know if you see the ladder, the way it's sticking up. Well, when we go into stealth situations, if you're hiding in a bush and the ladder is up like that, they will see you. So sometimes it isn't about being efficient. Right now it's on the tool rack, and that's why it's so high. We want to change that real quick. We basically just want to go to the ladder and say, hey, go ahead and put this on my back. And that way, when we hide in a situation, now this isn't large enough to hide in, but if it were, you know, it stays really low instead of sticking up an extra 2 feet. So, alright, let's get trucking. Remember, if you're going into a situation where you want to see the stability of the ground, like a downhill slope or something along those lines, tapping L1 brings up the scanner and it will do an immediate scan of the surrounding areas. Okay. So what does she give me? Assault rifle, MP, armed with MP bolts effective against any target. The rifle also comes equipped with a light. It has 2 modes. Okay, that's great. I just want to make sure it's non-lethal. MP. Alright, so the same gun. Okay. Alright.
It's been a while since I held a gun.
I promise you it's not going to be the last time. Alright. Where'd my line go? There she is.
You should have more faith in yourself.
I didn't know Gandhi is a business partner. Oh, balance. Alright, so this must be our first checkpoint. The reason I say that is because we just pivoted like 45 degrees. Let's go ahead and take a second and see if we're coming up on where I think we are. Yep, and we are. And then the line guide is this way, but we might find ourselves in a situation where it makes sense to stay low and kind of circle around.
Time to shine, Sam.
Alright, there's no added cover by going out and around this way anyway. Ooh, there is that way though. Alright, let's go ahead and circle back.
Gotta work on those core muscles.
Be careful. Alright, it just took over, so it must be getting ready to show us something. Alright, so they're armed with those electrical sticks, I believe. Those can be used in combat, like hand-to-hand, or they can one-time throw them. Advantage of one-time throw, at least if they function like we do. I don't know if they come back as far as if the enemies throw them, but for us, if we throw them, it's one and done. So, Marking enemies. Use L1 holds to enter compass mode. Alright, well. Okay. I'm sorry, zoom in, R3.
Feeling good.
That is touchy. Okay, so we got one guy marked. Let's see any more. Alright. It doesn't mean there isn't another, but for now we're gonna assume that this angle, that is the only guy that'll be able to see us. He's a long way off, but I'm pretty sure he's facing away. Let me go ahead and real quick. It looks like he is, but we'll just roll the dice. Alright, this is the grass I was talking about earlier. Alright, we squat down. We remain hidden, but if in fact we had that ladder sticking up, we would not. Because the ladder would stick up out of the grass. Wait, am I blind? Surely. No, okay, that's a tower like the one that's right in front of us. I was like, what in the world? Thought for a second that was a person, but it's not. Okay. Alright. Now, go ahead and take a second and get prepared. This is our stealth weapon. Our stealth, basically, this is how we subdue them whenever we sneak up on them. I think essentially the idea is we throw it around their neck, we choke them out until they go unconscious, and then we quickly tie them up. Alright, and there is our first victim, if you will. We'll sit right out of their line of sight. And then boom. Alright, now let's grab their weapon so they can't use that against us later. Alright, one down. Alright, now we're gonna let's go ahead and circle around. I don't see anybody. We're gonna go ahead and circle way out here because I think I remember seeing a mule box, what do they call those things, on the way, the old post box that we can hack. Alright, let's see some tools in here. Something where we can, lost cargo, sweet. Alright, let's pick that up. Extra ladder, climbing anchor, bandit boots. Okay, cool, we'll take it all. Alright, go ahead and, I know in order to write this. Well, actually, no, I don't. I thought I was going to put the ladder back on top, but it looks like we're good. Oh, wait, it didn't. Okay. It didn't take this off. Alright. So let's select them and place on back. And now auto arrange on my back. None are in the post box, which means they're all on me. Alright, good. Alright. So we still have the strand out, I believe. Alright, let's see. Alright, this guy right there. Alright, again, he's facing away. Cool. That works out to our favor. So apparently they must, at least the AI is anticipating people coming from the other direction. So, let's head this way. Oh, oh, oh. Get in the grass. Get in the grass. There we go. Alright, we're gonna let him calm down, stop moving. Alright, here we go. Alright. 2 down. Let's grab their stuff. Well, let's just go ahead and double check. Right? Hold on one second. Let's check on that. Alright. So, well, a second here. Sorry about that. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and... Alright, well, apparently, if in fact the gear that you have in your back is already arranged in a good, basically a decent fashion, you won't have the option to auto-arrange it. Otherwise, if it's, say, you have, it's not arranged correctly or not in a way that's efficient, you'll have the option to auto-arrange. But I've noticed that, by and large, whenever you have stuff that looks symmetrical, the option doesn't even show up. So I don't know quite why that is. I'm assuming it's because it's already efficient, but to me that sounds bizarre. But I mean, that's the only thing so far that makes sense. Alright. Now on the map I thought I saw, I don't know if the legends are proportionate to the amount of people, but I thought I saw a third person on the grid. But again, I don't know if I just chose randomly to put 3 skulls or if there are 3 people. So we're gonna go ahead and head towards the objective, and if somebody sneaks up behind us, then we know we need to turn around, well, actually no, in front of us. No, they technically, like I said, they'd be behind us. Now, what is that? Looks like a different post box. The one we hit was over here. There's another one over there. Yeah, screw it. Let's go peek. Separate post box probably means it. Oh, wait. Is that him right there? Yep. There he is. Be very careful not to be seen. They're sneaking, although how you cannot hear us, I'll never understand. The sounds on our side are loud as hell. Alright. Right in this blind spot. I don't know if you just saw that, his actual scanner was popping up to scan the area as we decided to take him down. Alright. Let's see if we have the option or not, because it looks a bit off kilter to me. Okay, auto arrange cargo. There we go. Back and back. Back. I should have keep it straight. Alright, and there's our post mule box. Mule post box. I said it backwards. Alright. Alright. Alright, that's lost cargo. That is actually... I wish we could use that. Okay, so select. Yep, and why not? Okay. Let's go ahead and click and place on back. Install. Auto range. Good deal. A little bit better. And out. Alright, so let's go ahead and take that off. I'm very tempted to go up top and see if there's anything out there. Which is why I built something so cool if you're not going to put something out there. Let's be very careful not to fall down. So far, nothing up here. Alright, well, nothing but our checkpoint, which is on the bridge. Let's go ahead. Slow down a bit. I believe that down there on the western side of the there is just those little worm-looking things that float in the air that gives you stamina. By the way, I believe we actually have issues with stamina. Let's go take a drink. Stamina restored. Yeah. Let's go and steady up. Alright, let's get across this bridge. Exactly where we are. Okay, we're over the bridge. Right now we're just gonna go right up the gut, and then we're gonna hang a left here in a bit. What is? So this is north. All right. Steady up. See if we can find those little guys. Alright, not you. Ladder. Guns. Throwables. Alright. So I can see the comms down at all. Not so. Okay, we're coming up on our turn. Alright, well. Steady up. Where we go? Come on. Here we go. Okay, so, alright, starting to turn around a little bit, so we need to make sure where we're at, we need to look left. There we go, there's our marker. Alright, so now, based off of our map, yep, this is the finished part, so let's hope that what we see in the map and what we see here line up. Alright, let's go ahead and go. Thanks to all those bandits, we have an extra ladder. Oh no, we don't. Gosh dang it. Come on, Bullhorn. Let's get out of the water. Alright, well that didn't go according to plan. Let's make sure that I didn't drop anything else. Going down the river. Okay. Oh, now I see it. Put it. Oh, stop. Don't go in the water again. Alright, stop. Stop. First of all. Second of all. Alright, remove anything. Alright, this is the same piece and it comes up on it, so trying to get turned around. There. Alright, so now they get halfway and get the rest of it. If somebody wants to use the ladder, really can annoy the crap out of me. Alright, let's see if I can leave somebody a little bit more of a present. Alright. That one touch the rock. Let's walk in the water a little bit. Let's see if I want it. Alright, anyway, moving on. Stay alright, come on. Goodness gracious. So learning to walk all over again. Alright, so L2, R2. Just a few stuff secured. Quick. Let's go ahead and make sure there's something we can do to make this a little bit less annoying. There we go. I'm not going to be hiding any bush, so the little thing sticking up does not matter. Alright, so real quick, one last check to make sure I'm not running towards the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure that's the facility. It is. Alright.
Okay.
Now the engineering of some of these places leaves a little bit to be desired, so determining where the entrance is, whether it's around the back of the building.
You should have more faith in yourself.
Thanks, Sam. Good to know. Alright, good.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
I believe.
That usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Alright, here's our entrance up here. Oops, I meant to hold it down. Alright, let's see here. Yes, this is a view. Messages sent by people from all over the world. Look back at likes and good and Okay. You know, but got work to do. Alright, so
Chiral decontamination in progress.
now we grab some stuff that does not belong here, and we can hand it off to the reporter. But honestly, we're probably gonna hang on to it because I believe the next. I read the mission logs on the quest. I believe the next one is bandits, where we have to go get some stuff from them. And if that is the case, they probably have a vehicle, which would make the prospect of delivering the other packages we picked up a lot more feasible. So, in the meantime, I think we can tuck it in a personal locker. So let's see. Okay. First, let's do this. Alright, so we picked some stuff up that is theirs. Cool. Strong sleep pills and time fall clothing. Alright, so let's go ahead and yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the Chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes?
Alright. Heck yeah. Woo!
You must be one hell of a porter to deliver our stuff in such fine
You
condition.
guys are falling in the water, man. Glad you like it. Let's go.
We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in.
Please tapping into clothes. Yep. Extra 700 likes. We'll take them.
It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The Chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Time for the 1-2 gravity step. And float. So cool. I kind of like how they do this. Remember, right? Whenever we see the gentleman here in a second, all of a sudden, now that they're on the Chiral network, you can see his corporeal. You can see his whole body instead of just a fuzzy outline. Kind of symbolic of them actually making the first, or taking the first step. Okay, this is C1. Strand.
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection.
Sorry about that. See your bonus data. Yeah, that gun, I read about it, it's awesome. So that's probably what we're going to use for at least the immediate, moving forward until we find something different.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Okay. So... wow, just like that, we're level 14.
Order grade increased. Congratulations.
Okay, every evaluation you receive as a porter will contribute to your overall porter grade, calculated by APAS. This provides a snapshot of your experience as well as a porter. as well as the delivery style. It's calculated from the number of likes Sam receives. And of course, in order. Alright, well, so if you're just a jerk, no matter how good of a porter you are, you're probably not gonna. Yeah, just food for thought. Alright, let's go ahead and okay.
Chiral network connection confirmed.
And there it is. We can see him now.
We can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use. There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again.
Let's go ahead and see how stuff's going.
Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from time-falling chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope.
Okay.
As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, chiral contamination has only grown worse. All of these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right.
Okay. Let's get some rest.
Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Alright, Sam. Nighty night. Okay, so these are very similar to the private rooms in the first game. Except for he has a dumb grin on his face this time. Guy knows how to change quick. Okay, so usually they want us to be cleaned up. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so just like the first game, it actually takes some of the stuff off his body, the liquid, and creates different things. New weapon added, beautiful machine gun, pulse stainless storage, Sam's made using toilets, one chiral extracted from Sam's bodily fluids. Sam's sunburn healed. Okay, did not even notice the sunburn. Good to know. Alright, so I believe now, is there anything else we can do in this room? don't see 20 cans of energy drinks for us to knock down like in the last game, so I'm going to assume that is probably bedtime. So this will actually, this would be a great spot to stop because I'm pretty sure they're about to launch into the next order. So thank you for hanging out with me. We'll go ahead and start part 3. Honestly, it'll probably come out today. So again, man, I hope everything's going well for you guys. God bless, and I will see you on the next one.